Belize City is often thought of as simply a gateway to the rest of Belize, a stopover for tourists before they embark on jungle adventures, beach escapes, or diving expeditions on the world-famous Barrier Reef. Yet, Belize City itself has a rich tapestry of culture, history, and hidden gems that make it a fascinating place to explore in depth. Once the capital of British Honduras, today it remains the largest city in Belize, a bustling hub where Caribbean culture blends with Central American influences. For travelers and investors alike, it offers a surprising range of experiences, challenges, and opportunities that often go overlooked. Walking through the heart of Belize City, one quickly notices the contrasts. Colonial wooden houses painted in pastel colors stand side by side with modern office buildings, while bustling street markets spill out onto sidewalks filled with the sounds of Creole, Spanish, and English. The Caribbean Sea laps gently against the seawall, while boats and ferries carry commuters and tourists out to the quays. Beneath its surface, Belize City is not just a pass-through point, but a dynamic environment with stories, risks, and opportunities that tell much about the country as a whole. Let's begin with the hidden gems of Belize City, the kinds of places that reward a traveler willing to look beyond the surface. One such treasure is the Museum of Belize, housed in a former colonial prison. Its thick brick walls once contained convicts, but today they preserve artifacts that tell Belize's history, from Mayan civilization to colonial struggles and independence. Another hidden gem is the Baron Bliss Lighthouse, a white and red landmark built in honor of a wealthy English benefactor who left his fortune to the people of Belize. The lighthouse overlooks the Caribbean, a serene place to watch ships come and go, and a reminder of how external forces shaped this city's trajectory. For those who appreciate cultural immersion, the Image Factory Art Foundation is an underappreciated spot showcasing contemporary Belizean art, where locals push boundaries with painting, sculpture, and mixed media. Food is another way Belize City reveals its hidden gems. While most tourists are drawn to beachside restaurants in Ambergris Caye or Placencia, those who linger in the city find Creole cuisine in its authentic form. Street vendors serve rice and beans with stewed chicken, garnished with hot sauce made from habaneros, while small eateries dish out panades, fried corn tortillas filled with beans or fish. A trip to the local market opens a window into Belizean flavors, where fresh seafood is sold alongside exotic fruits like soursop and custard apple. For those who enjoy exploring small local establishments, these culinary corners of the city offer not just food, but community. When discussing Belize City, safety is an unavoidable topic. The city does have challenges, particularly related to crime, and it ranks among the areas in Belize where travelers and residents alike must remain cautious. Certain neighborhoods are best avoided after dark, and petty theft is a concern in crowded areas. However, the situation is not so different from many other port cities around the world. Belize City requires situational awareness, but it is not uniformly unsafe. Many parts of the city, particularly around hotels, main streets, and tourist attractions, are policed and reasonably secure. Locals often advise visitors to travel in groups, use reputable taxi services, and avoid flaunting valuables. For those who live in Belize City, safety often comes from strong community networks, where neighbors look out for one another. In practice, safety in Belize City is about knowing where to go and when to go there, much like navigating cities such as Kingston, Jamaica, or San Pedro Sula, Honduras. Turning to the economy, Belize City is the commercial backbone of the country. While the political capital shifted to Belmopan in the 1970s after a devastating hurricane, Belize City remains the primary port and financial center. Much of the country's trade flows through its port facilities, from imports of machinery and vehicles to exports of sugar, citrus, and seafood. Tourism also plays a significant role, with Belize City serving as a port of call for cruise ships. Thousands of visitors disembark for day tours, infusing the local economy with spending on excursions, crafts, and dining. Beyond tourism and trade, Belize City supports financial services, retail, and small-scale industries. However, the economy faces challenges from vulnerability to hurricanes, dependence on imports, and infrastructure strains. Still, for a city of its size, it remains a lively economic hub, connecting Belize to global markets. Real estate in Belize City offers an intriguing landscape. Compared to many Caribbean or Central American destinations, property prices here remain relatively affordable, though they vary significantly depending on location and property type. Average housing prices in Belize City are lower than in tourist hotspots like Ambergris Calle or Placencia. A modest home in a working-class neighborhood might be purchased for under $100,000, while middle-class areas range between $150,000 to $300,000. Waterfront properties or larger homes in prime areas can rise significantly higher, especially those catering to expatriates or investors. Rental markets also exist for both locals and foreigners, with apartments and houses available across the spectrum of affordability. Investors often weigh Belize City's real estate opportunities against perceived risks of safety and weather, but some see potential in owning rental properties that serve the growing demand for student housing, business accommodations, or short-term stays. For expatriates considering Belize, Belize City presents a balance of affordability and access. The cost of living is generally lower than in North America or Europe, with groceries, utilities, and services reflecting local price levels. Imported goods can be expensive, but fresh produce, local seafood, and basic services remain affordable. Healthcare facilities exist in Belize City, though more specialized treatments may require travel abroad. For digital nomads or retirees, Belize City is not the first choice. Many prefer coastal retreats or smaller towns, but it does offer connectivity, amenities, and opportunities for those who want to be at the center of the country's economy and culture. Beyond practicalities, Belize City carries fascinating stories and cultural dynamics. The city's population reflects Belize's diverse heritage. Creole, Garifuna, Mestizo, Maya, and expatriates coexist, each contributing traditions, languages, and celebrations. Cultural events like the September celebrations of Belizean independence bring the city alive with parades, music, and street food. The rhythms of punta and brookdown music echo through neighborhoods, while churches, mosques, and temples highlight the city's religious diversity. For visitors who stay long enough to participate, Belize City offers an authentic glimpse of a multicultural society not often found in other parts of the Caribbean or Central America. Education and infrastructure in Belize City are also notable. Schools, both public and private, serve the city's youth, while the University of Belize maintains a presence here. Infrastructure, though developing, faces challenges with flooding during heavy rains, traffic congestion, and aging public works. At the same time, there are ongoing efforts to modernize, improve drainage, and expand services. The city's resilience, forged through hurricanes and economic shifts, is part of what defines its identity. Every storm that passes leaves its mark, but Belize City rebuilds and its people adapt. For those interested in natural surroundings, Belize City is a launching pad to spectacular experiences. Just offshore lies the Belize Barrier Reef, the second largest in the world, attracting divers and snorkelers from around the globe. Day trips to islands like Cay Caulker or Ambergris Caye begin here, offering turquoise waters, sandy streets, and laid-back vibes. Inland, the Belize River and surrounding jungles provide opportunities for ecotourism, from cave tubing to Mayan ruins like Altan Ha. This proximity to both land and sea adventures makes Belize City unique. While it may not be the idyllic beach paradise itself, it is the heartbeat that connects travelers to Belize's natural wonders. Looking at the city's future, Belize City faces both opportunities and challenges. Climate change and rising sea levels pose risks, given its coastal location and vulnerability to hurricanes. However, efforts at urban planning, resilience, and economic diversification offer hope. Tourism, logistics, and services are expected to continue driving the city's growth, while real estate may attract more international buyers seeking affordable Caribbean property. The balance between modernization and cultural preservation will likely shape Belize City in the decades to come. In conclusion, Belize City is far more than a transit point. It is a city of resilience, diversity, and untapped potential. Its hidden gems, from museums to food stalls, reward those who linger beyond a quick visit. Its economy, while modest, plays a critical role in Belize's national life. Real estate offers affordability and opportunity for those willing to embrace its challenges. Safety is a concern, but with awareness and community, it can be managed. For those who seek authenticity and an understanding of Belize beyond its beaches, Belize City is essential. It tells the story of a nation, its struggles, triumphs, and ambitions, and remains an important piece of the Central American and Caribbean puzzle.